Shalom Rastafari, Assalamu Alaikum. Peace to the kings, the queens of the earth. How's everybody doing this Monday? Hope everybody had a great weekend and enjoyed yourself. If you got into any activities, hope you stayed safe and had a great time. Let's get to it. Today, I wanted to talk about a song that a person made down there in good old Tennessee. Yeah, get my twang out for this one. This song was named Not in This Small Town or In This Small Town. I don't really know. I don't really give too much energy to fuckery. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. But this song was made by a man named Jason Aldean. And this song was basically about literally killing people who come to his small town, disrespecting the community and disrespecting the police. Starts off with, talking about hit a old lady or do a bunch of stuff not in this small town. And he just so happened to do the video right in front of a courthouse where in 1927, one of my brothers was dragged through the streets and hung right there. Let me tell you something about songs like this and people who like to continuously poke at my community, my people, my background, try to poke at our pain. That's what you're really doing at the end of the day. And you're also trying to muster up stuff. Let me tell you something. Nobody in a movement or any protest, this is what this is all about, protest or any kind of situation, goes to a small town, picks on a small town, takes it over, and causes violence and, stirs up anger and hits old ladies across the street. No one does that who is really a sane person, or who is really involved in a movement that is serious. No one's going to go to a small town and just try to bully it. That's a pussy move. And anybody who was on the other side of that, as far as like black community, if I was in that small town, I would do the same thing. You're not going to come here and do anything. However, when you want to poke and try to say anybody disrespect the police, this is what happens every once in a while. The nature of specific people, and I don't go into the all white people. I don't really go into that because I've been around so many ones who rock for me, and it's not fake whatsoever. They understand what this is. They identify themselves as who they are. They don't even say white. They say I'm Irish, Scottish, and that doesn't mean that they have some kind of black lineage. They just know who they are, and they're proud of who they are, and they know what's right and what's wrong. Simple as that. You see what I'm saying? A person who just knows what's right and what's wrong, who's identifying on themselves, knows that this is bullshit. The same as if I saw somebody being somewhat, racist or poking at the brown community or the Indian community or the yellow community, whoever. If you have a conscious mind, you know what's right and wrong. So when you sing these songs and you do these videos, this is done on purpose. You know who you are. You know what you're doing. And this is what happens every once in a while. It's almost like this, right? If you so tough, you ain't got to talk about it. For instance, there's no songs that any black person put out talking about, hey, if you come down to my neighborhood where all my black people live, we're going to kill you with that racist shit. You ever notice that? Never said fuck the KKK, we come there and we're going to kill y'all. We never said that. I'm quite sure there are songs, but in these times, like I'd say during the past 3 or 4, maybe 5 years during George Floyd, there has not been songs about murdering people who have come and done these things. Not mainstream songs, and nor have there been we're going to go to a specific scene where a cop was killed, or we're going to go to a scene where one of ours is killed even, and make a statement and talk about how not in my ghetto, you come in my hood, or you come in my neighborhood where I live, we never do that. This is not even our nature. You know why? Because tough talk don't got to be talked. You understand what I'm trying to say? Tough talk don't got to be talked. My OG always said, tough talk don't got to be tough. You tough, you ain't got to talk. Tough guys don't fuck around with tough guys because someone's gonna die. So no one usually talks. That vibe isn't never there. So I'm gonna leave it at that on a personal level. It's like so this is one of those, I ain't scared. When someone says that I ain't scared of you, that means you're scared. You ain't got to tell me you ain't scared of me. You can just show me you ain't scared of me. So when you sing these songs, this is that crying out. This is that let's take advantage of the racist people because there hasn't been a song, there hasn't been a call out yet. See, these racist people look like fools because the last time you did anything, you were trying to take over the country, January 6th. Do you remember that? Because your person who you thought won the country really didn't, and there was no purpose for that. So you end up raiding the country for zero reason other than looking like a bunch of fools and being exposed by who you are. And then also embarrassing the entire country and also showing everyone what real white privilege really is. Like, I don't see it. You saw it there for a few hours, and you're still seeing it with the people who are being prosecuted and the people who are not being prosecuted and people who are already being released after being involved in a situation where cops were killed. So you're the same people, they're coming down this smile, all that fuck shit, okay? All that twang fuck shit. Then try to take over a government that they own. You see what I'm saying? When you see these people like Jason Aldean, you're really just showing your fucking skirt. Because we're not even doing that. No one's doing that. No one's coming to a small town full of white people, part of the Black Lives Matter movement, and starting to take over shit. And I know you'll point to the 1, 2, 3, da 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 da. As a matter of fucking fact, I'm from Buffalo, New York. Your people came to my town and killed 9 of my people. So while you singing this fuck shit song, we were sitting there minding our business in the supermarket, and your people who weren't from there, white supremacists, came to my city and killed innocent black people, church going, hard working, simple civil residents of Buffalo. You came in and wiped them the fuck out and specifically killed black people, ran right by the white person and said sorry. I saw the live stream, bitch. And you want to talk about not national? Listen, let me tell you something, bro. Ain't the Negroes, the scared Negroes, died in the 50s and the 40s and the 30s, and some of them are still 60s. And you know what? The other ones, they scared enough to just keep their ass on the sideline. We in the field, and ain't nobody scared of your shit. 1. Number 2, no one's doing that. 3, y'all keep disrespecting us, and you're gonna get what you want. It's like these people like to troll every once in a while. Just kind of, it's the same thing I'm reading about, how they have to always validate their feeling of superiority by saying shit like, see, I can do this and get away with it. See that? Or why? I know where I'm at. I can get away with it. Yeah, you can get away with it because the nature of us isn't murderous. That's your nature. Your nature is to colonize, plumage, kill, take over, and then say, fuck you, get out. That is your fucking culture, and that is your entire like your upbringing. I remember hearing these things and still reading histories, and there was just talk about, the black man and all the great white people, and who are they? Who are they? Presidents who own slaves? They ain't inventors. Are they people who are leaders of states? Like y'all can't really come to me with too many amazing people of your culture that did things to lead the nation in a way, because every single time you name one, he got helped by us, or he owned us, or was getting free labor from us, or he took one of our patents, or he tuck. So we fast forward to your country singing ass, and I have no problem with country singers. I have no problem. You don't think they're black cowboys that like fucking country music and shit? Ain't nothing to do with the music, but what you're saying. Not in this small town. What you're doing is you're showing your skirt. Again, when someone starts talking about how I ain't scared over here, and there's cameras, and then they start announcing how they ain't scared. That means they scared as shit. Everybody knows that. Anybody real who really been in this situation, who's been in the field, knows the ones screaming about how they ain't scared is the biggest pussies on the entire planet. So you sit here talking about how not in this small town, you are literally showing how really scared you are. Well, you ain't gonna do that in here. Well, we weren't going to, but now you might have us do it because y'all always talk about how we gonna outshoot you. Y'all don't come to our small towns either. It's kind of ironic. Right? We don't go to your small towns and pull up and do shit. We are literally self-hating ourselves. When we riot, we fucking burn our own shit. That's why y'all fucking be laughing at us. When we protest, we go and fucking go crazy, and we might fucking go crazy on some cops. So what? They ain't shooting y'all like this. Here's the thing. They shoot us in the street. You burn some stuff, go crazy, da 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 da. You little idiots don't get your president that you want, and you try to insert, and you try to take over the country. That's a different type of fucking scenario, boy. That just shows what this is in this country. That's why we need to continue to fight and address shit like this. Ain't nobody scared of your small town. Ain't nobody going to your small town. Real Pan-African leaders are people who you trying to talk to, who you trying to troll. Because that's what they said. Well, I didn't say no names. Well, you sat there in front of a place where one of us got hung in 1927 right in front of the city hall, your little city hall over there in Tennessee. See, the thing about it is 9 Mile small town. Shut up. Shut up. Because all you people in the South are fully hypocrites when it comes to this racist shit. Because you will sit there and be like, not in this small town, I'll never fuck with a nigga, da, 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 da. And you will go right to the University of Tennessee and cheer every black man beating the hell out of whatever South Carolina, whatever college rival you want. You will go right there and you'll go support the basketball team. You will go right there and support the fucking, the Titans. You will cheer on and you will wear their merch. As long as they representing you and not doing what you're doing. But as far as whatever, you're hypocrites, boy. You're hypocrites. And you're scared. And you're lucky that we aren't on a level where we need to be yet. We still ain't there yet. We got a long way to go. Because at the end of the day, if we were on some I'll die for this cause type shit, you wouldn't even be wanting to sing. You'd be singing that shit and walking around. But here's the thing. White people know certain people like that they get supported. So they don't care about if you ever see a black person not an already da da da. They don't care. You're staying in your little world. You're staying in your little bubble. You got your little concerts. Ain't nobody showing up there. Ain't nobody doing this. Nobody doing whatever. And then if anybody walk up on me, da 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 da. And you're protected ultimately anyway. So you're hiding behind a shield talking shit. You think you're getting respected because of that? So I just wanted to go off a little bit on that rant this morning. That Jamaican blood in me, we rant. But I definitely, the Pan-African blood in me wants to rant even more. The ancestors, the people who are speaking to me through these books and my knowledge and research and continuing to know where my direction is going, I'm going to speak on this. Notice I wasn't like, oh, yeah, I'm threatening. Ain't no threat, boy, because you're not a threat. Real ones know. The ones screaming and hollering, not a... Meanwhile, the lion's looking at you like, why are you screaming for, boy? Ain't nobody even know you was over there. I just want you to let you know I'm here. I ain't scared. Okay. Maybe we'll test that. Well, actually, we got bigger shit to do because we wasn't doing that in the first place. Actually, doing what you suggesting that we don't do would be a waste of time to do in the first place, you dumbass. What do we get from coming to a small town and raising hell? We don't do that. That sounds like some 1890, 1910 KKK, terrorism Tennessee talk. I'm looking at the books. I'm reading them right now. Y'all have not even changed your language. That's the funny part about it. When they act like, well, it isn't that. You're saying the same shit that these people were saying before. They just drop the Negro and the nigger with it, right? Because you can't say that because you can't mess up your sponsors. But if you can get away with it, you would. Not in this small town. I'm not going to your small town, motherfucker. I don't even know what town it is, and we don't care. We don't go down to small town. If I see a small town full of white people, no, I'm not going there to raise hell. What the fuck? I can have that. Just like you ain't coming to Atlanta, motherfucker. You ain't coming to the east side of Buffalo, motherfucker. You ain't coming to Chicago, motherfucker. You ain't coming to fucking Gary, Indiana, motherfucker. I can go on. Go on. You ain't coming to none of our dominant towns. We ain't going to yours, so why you even have to say it? Oh, because you're scared. Just to let you know. And the crimes that you're talking about are probably done by your own people. You got an opioid and fentanyl situation going on. There's a lot of people who are going to be beating up cops, robbing banks and all that. I've seen it by myself. There are predominant people don't want to talk about. There are predominantly white neighborhoods in the states, and what happens? Crackheads get to robbing banks, robbing stores, robbing people, home invasions. What are you talking about? Maybe you should talk about your own people, motherfucker. Not in this small town. Don't want to go to your small town. Don't care to. Never did. Stop showing your skirt. You have a great day.